For healing purposes, one needs to relax the grip of time upon the mind and the body. In complete relaxation, of time clinging, self-clinging, thought clinging, body and mind clinging, there is this deep sense of space. To breathe into space. Inhale from space. The space of pure being, clear being, no being, just being. Only being. Relaxed in the presence of pure spirit being. Timelessness. Bodilessness. Heartfulness. The total reality as it is. Just here. Say, no here. Consciously releasing all gripping, all clinging, all holding. Creative, self-released, abiding in and as light, clear light. No light. Zero. Heart space. Feel the power of the heartbeat. Feel the heartbeat shake your body. Shake the body. Breathe, release. Let the body be releasing all stress, pain, and suffering. Hu, it's release, liberation, exhalation. Expanding into infinite space. peace, no pain. Zero. Clear. Open. Gone. Gone to is. Just is. Suchness. Being. Tathagata. Gone. Come. Beyond gone. Beyond coming. No suffering. No mind, no truth. No idea. No form. No feeling. No memory. No consciousness. No reality. No others. No self. No body. No world. No one. No way. No student. No master. No thing. Zero. Heart space. No zero. Heart space. Gone. Just gone. Going infinitely to space. Infinite space. silence. Peace. Healing. Bliss. Bliss. Pure. Bliss. Alone. Hugh. How deep is healing? How many levels are there? Layers. Dimensions are there to consciousness? Is there a condition of painlessness? Is there a level of reality of painlessness, sufferinglessness that is accessible in a snap? What is the true condition, say, of light? What is the source condition of life? Is it pain, or is pain an appearance? If pain is an appearance, how quickly can it be shut off? See? Does it exist at all? Analyzed properly? Seen for what it is as an appearance? As a message from the body that damage has been done in some form or other? Or relative to the astral plane of feelings, that pain and hurt are somehow inflicted, self or otherwise inflicted. Directly by experience or by memory, recall. See? Is that pain also consistent in deep sleep? And why not? See? Why does anything disappear? Into what? See? So we obviously have many levels. According to the masters, there are many levels beyond the body that no one cares about. So it's not thought about, it's not brought up, except by the practitioners of the deeper realities of consciousness and spirit. What is spirit? Is it space? How much space can one tolerate? See? And what of time, which could be considered by many the opposite of space? See? Time, space, continuum. See? One is like this, time, and the other is like this, space. See? What of that? What can we learn from that? See, what do we need to assume because of that fact? Not just assumption, but the fact, see, that we are space beings in time bodies. So we suffer the body, we suffer the earth and gravitational forces and so on, the forces of material compression and contraction, when we are not that at all, see. We're not even thought, see. We are the space, the living space between every thought. So how far away is the healing that we are begging for? And the realization of freedom that we are begging for beyond. See, liberation from pain and suffering. See, how far away is the state of liberated beingness? See, how far away is that? Because that, as many tell me, the galaxies away. See, or maybe they wish it were galaxies away. See, liberation is present. See, it's breathing now. It's always only present and already gone at the same time. So liberation as a concept refers to a paradox of reality. Yeah. It's only here now. There's only being that. But how open are we to the infiniteness of that opportunity of being here now?
As I spend more time here in satsang,
You mean in nothing?
Yeah.
The joy of nothing.
Yeah, it's amazing. I'm trying to think of a more intense word than that, but the reality that what you're saying, these meditations that you're sharing right now, are also what you're playing.
And playing from. Right. That's part of the practice. See, the full cycle of the practice. See, the practice is born of realization. See, everybody's practice is born of realization. And they hope that through the practice they enter realization. See? They enter the fullness of the realization, so they are not without realization at any moment in their life. See, thereafter, see, or hereafter. See, realization, or as some would call it, awakenment. It's already the case. It's a matter of now opening to what that is, in fact and in truth, for the individual, in spirit. See, embracing that is not a thing that's not existing, not as a thing that's somewhere else or in the future or in the past, but a thing that is actually only present. See? And thus real. Realize then the openness, the profound openness of this moment. See? The nakedness of now, the rawness, the reality of now. See, only now. So if you are being, see, and experiencing that, how can you not play from that? See, not that you play, or not that anyone plays, but that plays itself. Which is the whole point. What can play itself better than you? The self. Yeah. I wonder. Please, friends, don't settle for any rubbish, that there is no such thing as the space of grace. Don't settle for that. There is no heart, apart from that pump, the chest pump. That there is no enlightenment or mastery of anything. The masters are like windbags. They could very well be that, but they're also realized beings if you look closely enough and acknowledge what realization is in your own case. Yeah. It has to be in your own case. That's your main basis. Know the signs of realization if you can, because it is super subtle, ultra subtle. Find yourself in that realization, and then immerse yourself in that realization, because it is true for every being. See, to go beyond their culturing, their conditioning, to heart space. See, and the zero or empty or radiantness of such a place, such a space, such a reality, such a nowness. See, truth, real. Then there is no question. There is wonder, but there may not be a question. See? And not a question relative to or born of doubt and confusion. See? From here, nothing validates the subjective. So there is no other. No confusion based upon self-otherness. It's just now. The brilliance of now. The beauty of now. The love of now. Practice is already here. Always here, already gone. So no one practices. But practice is. No one practices, but practice is. No. So what's missing? Openness to what the reality is. See? Openness that penetrates beyond the layers of distraction and obstruction, which are part of the theory. Yes, for practitioners, beginners, it's understandably theoretical. See? You need to look into the theory and see if the theory as a window reveals what is true for you. See? So it has to be self-cognition. Why aren't you always happy and in a blissful state? What prevents you from that? What obstructs you from that if not your self-limiting? See? Self-limiting. No self-limiting, no self, no limiting. More clarity, see, it's openness. This is the easiest thing that is impossible to do. It's easiest because it's already present. See? And saying waking up is very easy, see? But it's unrealistic. In the fact of what really is the issue. See, being closed needs to be undone. There needs to be openness beyond the pattern program of closeness. See, the refusal, to see, the refusal to perceive, the refusal to know, and be true. No. Without that refusal, that born refusal, that program, say I can't. Without that, there's openness already. It's always been here. It will always be here for everyone, everything. But who knows? Who cares? Who goes? Who dares? The one who suffers the resistance needs to convert that resistance into acceptance, see, openness, all-inclusiveness. Very few can go from I can't into realization. In other words, there's no such thing as I can't. See, there's no such thing as I, and there's no such thing as can't. Which is something indicative of the 2-year-old that says no. Mommy, no. No way, mommy. So you have the recognition, then you have a conversion process that is like accomplished in a snap. And that usually takes years or ages. But a snap relative to eternity. In other words, whatever it takes, endure the conversion. That's what practice is for. To undo what's been done by the blood and culture. See, reverse it, dissolve it. See, burn it. Clear it. And enjoy your life. And if you say there's nothing, then there's nothing. Then you are what you are, and you go the way you go, which usually means in the flow of the karma, in the flow of the conditioning, in the flow of the problem and the programming that says I can't, and thus resists the infinite. Or you can say, I can, and I will. And there's no choice about that. See? And then you are true to purpose, and the purpose then is to transcend. Then transcendence, right? The niceness, the sweetness of transcendence comes into play as a possibility. And then eventually, over a period of time, and with due respect, all due respect, see, hard practice, transcendence is realized as such. And then there's only transcendence. You're into the plateau of transcendent being. Whatever that is.